I find it funny that they're now capitalizing on people's desire for classic WoW. Like so many years after people have been running private servers with it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the technical side of private servers, but in order to do this, it sounds like a huge pain in the ass because you can't just roll back to like 14 years of updates. So they had to like remake everything just as it was. And they're gonna do each like major update as like another phase like of the game. So like it's gonna start with just what it had at launch.
Oh.
And then whenever there was like 1.2 is like the
Like,
the next
basically
raid is introduced. Yeah.
Right, like major patches.
Yeah, so
will
like
be-
major patches are just gonna be kind of rolled out as like phases just after X amount of time passes, or when it's either after a certain amount of time or just when people say, okay, hey, we're done with this, can we have the next part? And I'll just be like, all right, flip a switch, and then energy pods are delicious.
Mr. President, you are experiencing radar trouble. You can't move carelessly about until the radar jamming station is destroyed.
I wish friend Balrog played WoW. Would be fun to play with friend Balrog.
It would be nice to play a game like that with a friend who has an idea of what's going on. But I just always have trouble with MMOs. Like, I always want to try them because sometimes they look cool. But then I just feel like there's so much to do that I just end up doing nothing. And I don't like that.
I mean, it would basically be impossible right now because the past couple expansions they've really enjoyed doing like kind of treadmill-y things to keep you playing.
Yep.
So it would be like perpetual catch-up at this point. Like at the start of this expansion, everyone got a piece of gear for your necklace slot that just grows stronger over the course of the expansion.
I see.
And so you'd be like massively behind on that if you tried to like start now. Alright, we can cut down the middle and get back outside. Alright, cool. I'm gonna ignore the robots in that room before the ramp out of here.
Yeah.
Because the cutscene triggers and we can just peace out.
Just fuck off, yeah.
But by too much stuff to do, you mean like just all the optional like goofy shit you could do kind of thing?
Yeah, like training this skill to however much so
I
you're real
went down
good
the
at.
I went down the wrong hallway computer.
So you're much better at like mining shit or farming. Or
Oh,
your
like your
profession
professions and shit.
shit. Yeah.
They've actually kind of made that a little better. They've now made it so that because back in the day you had to like let's say you have your engineering skill or something,
Right.
and like 0 to 300 skill was like vanilla, and then when the first expansion came out, you could go up to 450 engineering with new stuff, and you had to work your way through all of it.
Yeah.
Now just each expansion's profession stuff is like its own skill bar. So like when a new expansion comes out, you can just pick up engineering and start making the new shit,
I see.
and not actually have to do the old stuff unless you wanted to for
Whatever. reason.
cosmetic bullshit or something.
Right. I see.
Mr. President,
That
watch
does
the
seem
land
useful.
movement
I'm just.
way. That's an anti-special
I just-
Or you can do what I do, where
popular during the
You just
Arizona
pay for all the shit you want.
well, you can do that. Or I like to collect like just little pets, like cosmetic pets,
Yep.
and that is a nightmare most of the time. Like, that is a lot. Okay, I'm just gonna leave these guys. Bye.
Like, I guess maybe I just have a negative attitude towards it, but it's just like that
See
sort
ya.
of stuff feels like busy work. To like artificially inflate the lifetime of the game. But that's 'cause I like killing shit. I like combating real good.
Were we lured out?
Yes.
Who did? Mr. President, peel off that unsightly armored exterior.
They also made professions and stuff like that, for example, not as
Sturdy shelter.
Important.
high impact towards your performance as it used to be.
Okay.
Like back in the day, like, you know, blacksmiths would be able to make like special two-handed weapons that would bind on pickup, so only they could use them. And so, like, at the start of an expansion, they'd be the best weapon you could get, like that kind of thing.
I see.
So they're not as impactful as they used to be outside of really just alchemy. There even used to be like each profession had a passive bonus it would provide its user. Like blacksmiths would get a stamina bonus for extra max health,
Yo.
stuff like that. Eventually they did away with all of those except for one, which is alchemists make a consumable that you pretty much always want to use during raids called flasks. They just provide a huge stat boost for 2 hours, normally for 1 hour, but they last through death. But alchemists, they last 2 hours instead of 1 hour,
Let's see.
and they usually take like expensive materials to make, so it's a benefit to be one of those. But that's the only one of those kind of gameplay bonuses that still exists.
I see. How odd.
And like blacksmiths still make, you know, gear and stuff, but they're usually not nearly as good as what you get by doing like PvE content.
Right.
Of which they have a sweet thing now that they started doing the last expansion, called Mythic Plus.
Okay.
So like 5-man dungeons have multiple difficulties, and the higher the difficulty, the better the loot
better
is.
the loot.
So it's like normal, heroic, and mythic. But Mythic Plus is a new thing you can do as kind of an alternative to raiding if you've only got like 5 people.
Yep.
That actually gives better loot than raids if you're really good at it. Where it's kind of almost like Diablo Rifts, kind of,
I see.
where you have to complete the dungeon now within a time limit. And the
Oh.
higher level, the higher your like difficulty you do in Mythic Plus, the enemies get more HP.
They scale.
Do more damage, and then each week there's a bunch of like Diablo style affixes that rotate in and out.
Ah.
And then each season there's like a really, really big one that's always in effect.
Cool.
And like if you complete them within the time limit, you get an item that lets you do the next difficulty up, basically. And if you fail, you still get the loot, but you don't get like the higher key to keep going.
Now that I like.
And you can grind those pretty much as you want. And then each week, because Tuesday is like maintenance day,
Right.
and so every Tuesday you get to open a little treasure chest that gives you an additional item based on the highest key Mythic Plus dungeon that you completed, which almost always ends up being something extremely like high stats and stuff. So I like massively outgear the raid that we have not finished yet, because I do Mythic Plus every week.
Yep.
And so I'm fucking huge. Some people don't like it because it's like, oh, well, like, what's the point of raiding then? But,
I mean, raids are just like
I mean, there's also unique items that are only in
raids.
the raid. Because, like, the...
It seems like raids like have all the like unique mechanics and unique.
They have
fights and,
unique
like, the
mechanics, they
flavor.
have big fights. Yeah, it's based on whatever the, the current story is kind of thing.
So I mean, that's a big reason to do them right there. Is like.
And the gear you get in, like, when you finish a dungeon in Mythic Plus, everyone gets, like, a piece of loot just from that dungeon's loot table. And then the big weekly item is something just from all of the 5-mans combined. It's just random.
I see.
But there's unique items that are only in the raid, so you'd still have to, like, let's say your class, there's this trinket that's super good for your class that only drops off the final boss of the current raid.
Yep.
Tough shit. You have to go do it if you want it. But yeah, Mythic Plus is good. There's actually Mythic Plus is also kind of neat in that it kind of became the WoW esports that raiding could never be. There's a thing calling it's Mythic Dungeon Invitational. That's like an esports kind of thing of just teams competing for like Mythic Plus times and
That's
stuff like that against each other.
It's just teams doing like weird time trials instead of.
It's basically teams doing weird time trials and figuring out like optimal like class combos to like.
That's actually pretty dope. I like that better than.
So yeah, raiding
PvP
esports it could
stuff.
never. Yeah, no, it's way cooler. And like we're obviously not at their level, but you still learn a couple things about like meta and stuff like that.
Right.
The White House is almost back to its handsome self again. Mr. President, let's finish this. Mr. President, I'll never
What the
forget
fuck, man?
Does the railgun just do too much damage to the White House?
I think so.
Fuck!
All right, big cuts, I guess.
God
Let's
damn
have to do
it.
this again.
Yeah, because the last time the White House blew up when you blew up that piece.
I guess I just can't use.
Maybe don't blow that piece up.
I'm just gonna use double rocket launchers, I guess.
Fucking stupid.
That's
to go all the way
Oh,
back
that's
here.
So shitty. Oof.
Big oof.
Big oof.
This is totally the first time we're doing this. Yes, sir.
Yeah, I have a wacky idea. I accidentally went to the fart gas room first.
Yeah.
Can
Oh,
I?
you're just gonna try taking it out from the doorway.
Can I shoot these from here?
You may have to destroy some of them after you hop in the room.
Robot. Please. That might be okay. Those structures have like way less health. Turns out that room wasn't even a threat.
Mr. President? Position was among the POWs you rescued. He was forced to perform to entertain the troops.
Ah! Forgot about those.
Loading trucks.
Because I was at a weird angle this time.
Mr. President, the fuselage damage rate is above 50%.
Yeah.
I know. I know, Jody. It's okay.
No, don't worry. It's okay. I was gonna say maybe hop before firing. Yes.
I think I just need to aim lower than I.
Underground base has stopped.
usually
This
do.
target area seems to have powered the energy guns. 3 target areas remain. Which do you want to destroy next?
Beep, beep.
Wrong, wrong.
And in WoW, you can play a monk. And you like those.
Do like the punchy kick move.
And Monk can be a melee DPS, a healer, or a tank.
Neat.
All flamethrowers in the underground base have been stopped. This target area seems to have supplied the fuel for the flamethrowers.
Alright, bye, losers. Ow. Perhaps when the next expansion comes out, I can convince you
Maybe.
to try it.
Mr. President, you are experiencing radar trouble. You can't move carelessly about until the radar jamming station is destroyed.
Ow.
Mr. President, the radar is back online. Now the traps are easy to detect. The number of enemies has really decreased. There's one last target area.
I do hope that this game shows up at a GDQ at some point. I bet it will.
That would be nice.
Alright, let's see if I can be a super cool guy and get all three of these again. Oh wait, no, that's the other one. Oh shit, there's exploding barrels right behind me. Alright, now I get to be a super cool guy. Yeah. Did it. Can we get out of here? Yeah, back this way. Alright, so I'm not going to use the railgun at all.
Sounds good.
And then we should dump all of our money into railguns to get a cool one.
Yeah.
Somewhere there's a gun that shoots like a land shark into the ground.
That's dope.
That's
as
stupid,
hell.
but I kind of want it. You're on the right way? Yes.
Mr. President, watch out for landmines in the passageway. That's an anti-special mobile suit landmine, which was popular during the Arizona insurrection.
I really like that they just kind of gloss over the fact that there's a thing called the Arizona insurrection.
Yep.
Okay, third time's the charm. Undo cuts if I remember to cut. If not, whatever. That's the spirit.
Mr. President, peel off that unsightly armored exterior. A scaredy cat missile is being protected in a sturdy shelter. When the shelter opens, that's your chance to attack.
think I've killed all the tanks now.
Mr. President, the fuselage damage rate is above 50%. You've got the keys. Now step on in.
I'm too scared to use the railgun.
Oh, I think you have to fire at the pieces when they open up to do more damage to them.
I'll tell you one more time. When the shelter opens, that's
I'm
your
doing
chance to
it.
attack.
Don't yell at me.
She's not a very nice lady.
The White House spring cleaning is coming along nicely. You're halfway there.
That does not look like halfway.
Mr. President!
President!
Maybe you accidentally took out the American flag on the top.
Oh my god, could you imagine if that was like a secret
fail case.
fail condition? God, that'd be funny.
That would be so fucking upsetting.
Hilarious.
No bullet!
Wait, what has no bullet?
One of your side weapons on the left.
Jesus Christ. Alright, I'm gonna break my rule. It works if I'm very precise. Okay.
The White House is almost back to its handsome self again. Mr. President, let's finish this.
I need more, like, heavy gun ammo.
Go to the Quonset hut down there.
Didn't I smash them all?
No, the one in the back corner.
Hey, there's a little bit.
Maybe Smishy Smashy the helicopter too.
Is there a new helicopter?
Behind you.
Oh, the one that's just
Yeah, that's-
scenery? Yeah. Oh, I smashed it.
So yeah, that one to your left slightly. Dead ahead. Because I think there's some ammo there.
Okay.
Heavy arms. Okay.
Oops. Oops, not that one. Okay, we're back in business. Seems like I still do a little damage to these things when they're not open, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah. Because it doesn't do damage to this thing until the piece is destroyed. Like to the big health bar up top.
Oh yeah, it does seem like destroying the main section takes out the pieces with it. Jesus Christ.
Railgun dick too big.
Yeah, basically. Too much collateral damage on the glorious White House. Alright, this part's kind of annoying now. Open. We did it!
Oh, thank God.
Home at long last.
The fight house is
Home at
over.
long last.
I'm back, America.
Holy shit, there's 6 energy pods there.
Fuck that. Oh, big nope on that one. The White House is back in the hands of the American people. But we still...
Recaptured all of America.
We've recaptured America, but one problem remains.
Yes, but Richard has disappeared.
That
The
fucker,
Special
Richard.
Department is investigating.
Metal Wolf, the Vice President is in Las Vegas.
Really?
Nobody rivals our intelligence gathering abilities. Head for Las Vegas with me.
Well, not just me. Everyone in the Resistance will be rivaling support around the country.
I know how you feel.
Thanks.
Mr. President, good luck and Godspeed.
Jody, prepare Air Force One for takeoff. We're heading to Las Vegas.
Yes, Mr. President.
Yes, sir, Mr.
We're
President.
heading for Vegas to stop the evil Richard Hawk.
The Vice President, Richard Hawk, waits for you in Las Vegas.
You ready for this shit?
My only advice to you is this. Beat him to a pulp. This mission
Wow.
is by the Colony-
That was not my plan at all.
Good luck and Godspeed, Mr. President.
That's the name of the mission.
We believe in you.
Alright, develop railgun. Railgun level max. A new railgun has been unlocked. Manufacturer. Oops, not you. Which one was it? Oh, but there's another one. How do you unlock the secret?
Oh, the secret one.
The Vice President's go-to railgun, capable of repeating fire.
Oh,
Sure,
yeah, why not?
we'll try it. Let's equip that shit. Alright, we'll have to... Hopefully it's good. What else should we develop?
Better.
Flamethrowers? Multi-missile? Bazookas? We like bazookas.
Yeah, sure.
Now we're broke. But what did we get? Oops. What does that mean? Huh. Fuck it. Let's defeat the Vice President and save America.
For good.
Yeah, that...
Richard, come out!
Oh, Michael, you're so sweet.
Richard!
And for that, I owe you. You canceled all my dreams and plans. So now I've got a nice little present for you. Here.
In the form of a helicopter.
Let me ask you one last thing. What do you want on your tombstone?
What do you want on your tombstone?
Now you must fight both. shit.
Holy shit. Wow, what the fuck?
Huh. Neat.
God damn, that fucked that boss up.
That was good. Oh, rockets.
Sure, it may take like 15 seconds to fully charge up, but who the fuck cares?